let's get into some of the work that you're doing outside.
Yes.
Because what I believe is everything that is in order that the universe provides for you, it does not provide that for you to keep it to yourself.
Absolutely.
Blessings come because they're supposed to funnel through you to somebody else.
Absolutely.
And Macy, you are one of those people who truly understand that even within your entrepreneurship, because it's difficult starting a business because it's always tight trying to find resources just to stay afloat, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But to say, all right, I'm going to do my business thing, but I got to make sure that the community and where I come from and folks that need support, I'm connected to them and I can help them. So I want you to tell the people a little bit about your foundation.
So I have a foundation that is called the Maisie Dunbar Beauty and Brains Institute. What we do is we go into third world countries and find compromised neighborhoods.
Well, you know what? Here's what we're going to say. We're not going to call them third world countries. Because that's language of our colonizers.
That's true. That's
we
true.
are talking about countries that have been intentionally isolated from the world economy, and so that's what we'll call them. I'd rather be in Jamaica all day before I go to rainy England. All right,
that is very true.
I'll be
sunshine
all day. So we'll just call them countries that have been disenfranchised. So
yes,
all right. So
I went into these markets and I collaborated with organizations that have access to these women that are being compromised, and we're talking compromise in terms of they don't have food, all they have is the will to learn and the will to take care of their families.
Do better.
Yes, so I went in, did training for these women, and when I left giving them products for them to be able to sustain themselves and sustain their businesses. And oftentimes in places outside of the U.S., people that are doing spa services, in addition to them working, they may get a job in a spa or salon or what have you, but in addition to that, they also come to people's homes. So I wanted to, although they're going to people's homes, I also wanted to teach them how to serve, how to be a servant. Wow. And I realized also for me, many years ago, I taught classes on customer service, and it hit me one morning like a ton of bricks. I said, I think the reason why customer service comes so easy for me is because naturally I'm a servant.
Right.
So I had to teach, and they were servants. So it was easy for me to transfer that to them.
So, but let me ask you this, because one of the things that kind of attracted me to really wanting to work with you.
Yes.
I got tons of folks that want
to
just shoot stuff in the studio, and I get that. But when you told me the story, about some of the young ladies and the tough stuff that they're having to deal with over, I believe it was Liberia, correct?
Yes.
And I felt like that was a story that needed to be told, because we're talking about, in my opinion, kind of, sex trafficking in the worst kind of way, and so part of your mission was wrapped around seeing what you could do to alleviate that, right? Can you tell the people a little bit about that?
Yes. The great thing about that, for you have girls. So for those who have girls, when you think about your girls at the age of 10, 11, 12, 13, or 14, they don't even know themselves. And you have, grown men, because your mom can't really feed herself, so it's okay for her to allow your child to go and sleep with a grown man for like 5 LD, which is sometimes, depending on the rate of the dollar, the equivalent to that is about 30 cents.
Wow.
And you have these young girls thinking, by the end of the day, they can give you an inventory of men that they have slept with throughout the day. Like some of that just threw me to a whole different place. And my brain just shifted, granted, I have a son, but I'm a mother and I'm a woman. You know, my brain just shifted. And I remember growing up, my dad had a gun. If you know, my dad used to make guys write letters to take my sisters out. So here it is, these young girls, you know, have so much potential. And they're so exposed, like their bodies are so exposed because they want to catch something. You know, you want to catch a guy, you know. And so my thing was to help them value themselves as a young woman and give them skills that they can make money, because beauty, I can tell you, people that say they don't make money in the beauty industry, they're doing something wrong.
They're doing something,
because anywhere in the world, I have basically been on vacation, ran out of money, and got a job in a spa for 3 days to get some money.
Wow. I don't know anybody gonna hire a broke DJ who ain't got no turntable.
You never know.
But come on over here, let me see what you got. But you know, it's so impactful to me to understand the story. You know, because I never ever try to come from a judgmental place.
Exactly.
Because decisions of economy, you know, and that connect to survival.
Yes. And for them, that's all it is.
It is all survival. And so who am I what would I be willing to do if it meant my baby or my children eating? And so this isn't about judging the parents. It is, however, about saying what you're doing as far as teaching them a different sort of economy.
Yes.
Providing skills so that they can absolutely go out and make a little bit of money or make some money in a different way.
But and the funny thing about it is, for those of us that are here, we take for granted, you go to get a cup of coffee. Like one little girl, she's a housemaid for a prominent person. The little girl told me how much she was getting paid a month. She said she was getting paid 5,000 naira a month. That's Nigerian dollars. That is, and I just realized when she told me that, my meal the night before was what this girl's getting paid a month.
Wow.
To stay in somebody's house 7 days a week, 9 hours a day, to cook and clean for them. It's not even $20. So when you look at it and you're able to give somebody a skill set that they can work and make some money to take care of themselves, take care of their mom, their grandmother, their grandfather,
reduce health risks.
Exactly.
Not being exposed into these, not just the sexual diseases that are out there, but I'm sure these environments are not the safest.
They're not.
And you know, so that is in and of itself is what's amazing. So we are also, so since we're here, I want people to know, because you're getting ready to go back and teach another class in a month or two, about a month and a half.
Yeah.
And so I want people to know how they can help you with what you're doing.
Well, one of the big things my ask would be is that if people can just donate whatever amount they have to help get the products. Because when I do, what I forgot to tell you was, when I leave, I also leave these girls and these women with enough product for them to go and start their own businesses. Right. There's a nail company that really partnered with my efforts when I did my first project. The nail company is called CND. They sent me over $10,000 worth of nail products. So each time I went, I took products from nail tips to nail polish to this, and some of which are my own. My last trip, I spent over $600 in excess baggage. Right. So by getting funding would allow me to make an impact differently, you know, more of an impact, because now I can get the products in the country. Now I can get the girls to get more products. So that is what my ask would be. Anybody that can make any amount of whether it's $20 or $10, or just share the information with your community. Ask everyone to just help us, you know, change and get these girls off the streets.
Right. Well,
change lives. You know?
Here's what I want you to do. Below in the description for this video, you will find Macy's website. You will also find links to how to contribute or be a part of this movement. It's really not a give your $5 and you walk away from this.
Exactly.
This is about putting your money, your energy, your time, your talent into the greater good for our people, for all people who need it. And so that means spreading the word, sharing this video, so anyone that understands this can partner and network with Macy. So we can definitely do more to help. So we're going to put the link up.
Yes.
Where can people reach you as far as telephone numbers, emails, all that good stuff?
My contact information is Maisie Dunbar my personal email is maisiedunbar@gmail.com. All of my social media platforms is Maisie Dunbar. My web address is maisiedunbar.com. My business number is 301-585-4770. I also want to piggyback on something right quick, because I know you're probably gonna get this, and I promise you're probably gonna get this. We probably gonna get this. People say there are people here in the U.S. need this help as well. Okay. So I'm not just limiting myself to just abroad. Also here in our neighborhoods, in our inner city. But the difference between doing a movement here like this versus doing a movement abroad is that, at least in America, when you dial 911, there's somebody's going to show up.
Right.
In those countries, they have no 911. They have no opportunities. So you have to teach them how they can create their opportunities. So here, people have it, but sometimes they may not take advantage of it like they should. So I'm also open to doing things here, but the reason why we are talking about abroad is because we understand that these women and girls abroad, they have no option.
Right. I think we should be unapologetic about deciding whom and how we're going to help people.
Yes.
There is enough room in this space to pick who needs the help, who you deem could benefit from your support, without feeling that, if I don't do this, then that person's going to be upset. I get it. There's a place for everybody.
Absolutely.
And so I don't ever want you to feel that way. You do what you can for who you can.
Yeah.
And then after that, everybody else need to jump in there and pick it up a little bit, do something else. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir.
All right. So
that's what I'm gonna tell them, and they tell me that.
I got it. But you eating tonight, ain't you? Your mama gonna make you something to eat, not
right.
All
exactly.
right. So I'm not. I don't want to weigh the difficulties and the struggles in our communities, in our families internationally.
Yeah.
But there again, we still just got to look at this is major.
Yeah.
We're talking about saving a generation of people.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is, at least, I don't know if I told you about this, but I was in Nigeria, and I saw this little area, and they had wires like all over. So I said to the driver, I said, "What is that? Why all those people are over there?" And he said to me, they're charging their phones because when they get back to their area, they may not have electricity.
Wow. All right.
So you know what I'm saying? So at least in the urban cities, at the end of the day, guess what?
You can plug your phone up somewhere, because I see the extension cord from your neighbor's house to your house. So it's the power somewhere. So
it's power source.
So, but again,
power source.
This is just stage one. I think as more people of color decide and understand what I said earlier about when blessings come your way, they're not for you to deposit and hold on to them.
No, they're
because
not.
they do dry up.
Yes.
They do. The universe will keep feeding you until it decides that you're either full or you're a conduit for other people. And so with that said, Macy, I want to thank you for coming in and hanging out on my show and having a deep dive conversation about your stuff. Now, before we go, I want to also, if you donate, we want to remind you can still buy the products. And I think for some donations, if you donate a certain amount, Macy and her staff will send you stuff to try out as a thank you for that. So please click those links below. Let's do some support. So let's get some support in there for the girls who really need it. Yes. I'm your man, Big Al, Big Swole on the Alan Michaels Show. It's been real.
Peace. Yeah. Join the movement.
Join the movement.
Yeah.